there anything in, I guess you guys watched the film today of the game against San Jose? Do you think you saw some stuff that maybe helps going forward on the defensive side, like in terms of the goal, or do you think was there any?
Yeah, we talked about things, and as we always do after any game, and identified things where we think we can do better and continue to improve. But obviously Dawkins hits a great goal. We make a couple of mental errors on the corner, and but outside of that, I didn't see them have many chances outside of that, and I don't think we had a ton of chances. So when you really look at the game, it was a game that two teams battled a lot and contested a lot, but they didn't create a lot overall. But it's, again, we know we can play with them. We also know right now they have the upper hand on us, and we got to make sure that next time we play, that's not the case.
Talk about your forward group, just the four, Freddie, Eddie, Sammy, and David, just kind of what they've been able to bring as a group.
Well, they all bring something a little bit different. Obviously Eddie has speed and adds that element and is good in the air. Sammy's game has really come along in the last couple of months. I think he's played really well, strength on the ball, and also his ability to finish around the goal has been good. He's been very unlucky against San Jose. He's hit the post 3 times in 2 games against him, or crossbar. And, Freddie Montero brings that little bit of that skill and that little bit to drop off and drop off the front line a little bit and play. And David just brings an uninhibited energy that is infectious for the rest of the team. And he almost got in at the end of the crossball at the end of the game at the far post, and he had the shot that got deflected wide, as well.
What do you want to see in these last 5 games? I mean, what do you want to see in these last 5 games? I mean, it's kind of the playoff push now, right before you
get ourselves ready for the playoffs. I think we need to, we still want to win Cascadia Cup. We've got that at stake over our next 2 games, it's Cascadia Cup time. And, want to continue to play well, want to be able to add the elements that we talked about today and identified and worked on today at practice. And it's good that we've got 2 regular weeks of training and actually a 3rd week after that. So I think we can really get some things accomplished and establish in terms of how we want to play and work on the things that we think we got to sharpen up going into the playoffs.
You've told us that, we know that Cascadia Cup has always been an important part of your guys' winning goals. But does it change? I mean, does it become even that much bigger of a deal, knowing that the Open Cup is obviously not something you can win, and the supporters are kind of getting out of the picture at this point?
No, it always retains the same. Excuse me. It always retains the same importance. Obviously, winning the Cascadia Cup isn't going to qualify you for the Champions League or isn't going to qualify you for the playoffs. But it's a thing of in the Northwest. It's an important competition within our fan groups, and we certainly are very respectful of all the fan groups. But we have a lot of respect for our fan group and like to allow them to retain that trophy. So for us, though, it's also 2 games that help us in terms of keeping our rhythm. It's a home and away type of thing. We're away at Vancouver, and we're at home against Portland, which we haven't had them at home. So it's a situation of us wanting to make sure that we play well. So it's important because it's part of that whole thing, but it's also important because it's something that is of keen interest to our fan group.
I heard on the radio that maybe you had a chat with Jurgen about Eddie again recently. What can you tell us about kind of the nature of that?
We just talked a little bit. Jurgen was just talking about his plans. Obviously they wrap up this first round of qualification here in October, and this next round begins in early February. So, we talked about a number of different things as it pertains to the national team and their preparation, for probably the second round of games more so than these. And, obviously he's the coach, so he's going to make decisions.
Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app featuring live audio, matchday blog and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at soundersfc.com/mobile.